The DinoPod.
Hello and welcome to another episode of DinoPod.
How you doing, Rex?
Were you scared? Tell me honestly.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Not much. What's down?
Tim's not here. He said he would.
He didn't say he was.
No,
He just...
he implied it heavily.
So, to answer your question, what's up? My answer is going to be Buzz. He was up. And
Okay.
then it started, and then he's like Tim. He's up, and then he falls with grace.
I'm not sure how that-
Wait.
okay.
No, he doesn't.
Spoiler alert.
He just doesn't do anything. I think that's the ultimate thing.
You know it's going to be live, right?
I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to another episode of DinoPod. We're on to another movie franchise.
Yeah.
The best animated series of all time. The Toy Story franchise.
Not sure that's true.
One of my most beloved movie franchises ever. I adore this.
Sure.
It has massive nostalgia with me.
Okay.
I absolutely find the stories are great. The
Sure.
characters are adorable. I have a lot of them as plushies. I have a little, to give you a backstory, in my room at home, my bedroom, I've got one of those 4-cube display units,
Yeah.
and it has my TV on top, but below I've got one of the cubes has my Loungefly Woody backpack, and it's adorable, and I love it. And then it's got a little tag on it that has Woody, and then you write your name on it. So if I ever get lost, people know how to return it. It's great. I love it.
And then they realize you're an adult and run away screaming.
I have a mental age of a 5-year-old. It's brilliant.
Sure.
And then to the left of it, it's my selection of the best character in Toy Story, Rex. It's got the big Rex Disney toy. You've got the Funko Pop, which is now vaulted, super expensive. You've got the mug. You've got the McDonald's Happy Meal toy in there. You've got loads of bits in it. He's great. I love Rex. So if you've not realised, we're doing the next 4 weeks is
February is Toy Story month.
Yep, Toy Story month, because
Against my will.
Toy Story 1 is 25 years old
Is it? Yes, it is.
this year.
Yeah. Came out in 95. That's right.
And so when we thought about planning this, Rita's like, right, so January is the gym month. People get back to the gym and so on. So we thought Rocky.
Exactly.
And then it was my choice. And my first decision was Toy Story.
Yeah.
My next choice, after March. So January is Rocky. February is Toy Story. March is...
We're going to do documentaries.
And then the next month is...
April?
Yes. What we doing?
Is it Doctor Who?
No. It's a Cornetto trilogy.
That's only 3 movies.
It is, but
April.
we're adding Spaced to the beginning.
Okay. What's
So-
space?
Spaced was a early 2000s
Okay.
TV sitcom.
Wait, how many episodes does it have?
It's in total. It's about 4 hours worth of.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So, Spaced was the precursor to Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End.
Okay.
So that's how I can fulfill 4 weeks.
Okay.
So then that is up to April. Then after that,
We haven't decided.
haven't decided. So this month is Toy Story, and if you haven't realised, I'm super excited. I love it. I'm a kid, and I love it. And
If you listen to, was it childhood movies or Christmas movies that we talked about how much I don't like Toy Story?
And I don't know why. I don't know why.
I just don't like it.
It's so...
It does nothing for me.
It's so adorable.
I stopped the movie like 15 times yesterday trying to watch it.
It's so adorable.
I stopped it to watch the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
I mean... so this
It's Shakira and Jennifer Lopez.
The Super Bowl this year was quite good.
Well, I only watched the halftime show.
I don't know why. That's like...
It's my only point of interest.
That's like that's like the cherry on top of the cake.
Well, I only ate the cherry.
The cake
then.
is the football match itself.
Well, I could care less about the cake.
And so you just wanted the cherry.
Yeah, which is Shakira. And I guess J-Lo. J-Lo was okay. Shakira was better. She was wearing an outfit from Zootopia.
Yeah. But the actual match itself was brilliant. Having the Chiefs down 20-10 going into the third quarter and then winning 32-20
Amazing.
by the end. The touchdowns leading up to it, the whole pub went fucking mental. I loved it.
How hard is that in terms of like a European football?
So it's like going, you're on like 70 or 80th minute.
Yeah.
And your team is down 3-1.
Okay, and then you go to win 5-3.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's impressive.
Without going into penalties or overtime.
That's impressive.
And so it was. I have never watched a football match in the pub.
Yeah.
Until Super Bowl this year, and it was electric.
You say so.
It was so good, and what I loved is
I was asleep. I know you invited me, but I was like, no, thank you.
And the best thing was because in the UK, because it's so late, only kind of the more hardcore fans watch it. Yeah. Most people catch up the next day. So when I was there, everyone was all different teams: Patriots, 49ers, Chiefs fans. There was Green Bay Packers fans. There was Bengal fans. There's loads of different fans.
Yeah.
And do you know what? No one was beating each other up for being the wrong team.
That's because they're not Americans.
It was beautiful.
If this was in America, you'd beat each other up.
Well, I mean...
Come on.
If you was in Kansas City, or if you was in San Francisco, and you was wearing another team jersey, then yeah, you would.
You'd die.
But then if I was in Baltimore...
You'd probably die also. Baltimore is a terrible city.
Well, if I was in Baltimore and they watch the Super Bowl, they aren't really going to care what team you support because their team isn't in the fucking game. They're just going there because they enjoy it.
Maybe.
So, yeah, the actual game was amazing.
What about in Miami? Because that's where the match was. Because Shakira said, Hola, Miami.
Yeah, it was in Miami. Miami looks so beautiful. Next year,
all the drugs
next year I'm going to Disney World, and when we go there, because we're going in October, I'm hoping that we can.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. Okay. I'm hoping that when I go there, we can go see a Miami Dolphins game, because we're going to take a detour and go to Miami to fulfill one of my bucket lists.
Okay.
Which is going to be brilliant. And talking about Disney World and America.
Speaking of Disney World,
they have Toy Story Land, and it looks so good. Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
You haven't seen like the clips of like Slinky Dog Dash, and then you've got like the Aliens ride. It looks adorable. The Imagineers are on another level. It's beautiful.
Sure, if you say so.
Have you not even seen it?
No.
The Toy Story Land.
No, I haven't.
Even if you're not a fan of the show, you can actually say it's actually really good design.
If you say so, I'll believe you.
I think after this, you should have a look at it and you'll go...
I will. Probably not.
You'll go... You'll go, actually, although I'm not a fan of it, this is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've got like... on the floor, they've got shoe prints, but it's massive. And that's supposedly Andy's footprints in the back of the garden.
Oh, and your toys.
And essentially, everything is enlarged because when you go into Toy Story Land, you become the toy. And so you remain your size.
That sounds cool.
And everything is massive.
Yeah.
So you have a big, Slinky Dog box. And it's fucking huge, like 3 stories.
Yeah.
Yet you'll remain in the same size. It's beautiful.
That sounds fun, I'll admit.
And they've got it in Disneyland Paris, but it's nowhere near as good.
Well, if I'm going to Disneyland, it'll be probably Paris.
Yeah.
Which is not Disneyland at all.
No, it is.
It's
a knock.
Is it called Euro Disney still now? Or is it Disneyland Paris?
It hasn't been Euro Disney in years. No, it's Disneyland Paris now.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's stupid, right? Because, Disneyland is the California one.
Yep.
Disney World is in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Japan also has a different name.
Disneyland Tokyo.
Is it Disneyland Tokyo?
Yep.
I thought it had a different name.
And so, yeah, it does look good. But Disney World and Toy Story Land has most of the characters from the first movie, which is what we're covering today.
Yeah.
So, my first question to you: have you watched Toy Story 1 before?
Yes,
How long ago?
I don't know, but I know I had the VHS tape, so I'm pretty sure I watched it when I was a kid, and I didn't like it. I remember not liking it.
Why?
I don't know.
When you was a kid, not now, but why?
I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure I know why.
Okay.
But I don't know. I didn't like it. I just liked the 2D Disney movies better.
Okay, that's
especially fair. The Little Mermaid and Aladdin.
Do you not find that? Fun fact: this was the first ever computer animated movie ever.
Yeah, no.
But do you not find that it still, even to this day, still looks okay?
That's the thing. The fact that Toy Story has so many sequels, it deteriorates the animation. Because if it was just 1 and 2, when you look back, you'd look like that's great. But because we've seen Toy Story 4 last year, and you've seen how good the models are now, when you look back, that animation isn't as impressive. Where that doesn't happen with the Disney 2D movies. The animation holds up so much because you don't have The Little Mermaid 4, which was released a year ago, and the 2D animation is out of this fucking world.
But do you not find that if you have never seen Toy Story ever, and you've watched the first one,
it holds up.
It holds up really well.
It holds up. And when you think about how it's the first 3D animated feature film.
Yeah, computer animated.
It's impressive, but if you've seen all of them, or even just Toy Story 4, or if you go see Toy Story after that, it takes away from it. The sequels take away from it quite a bit. In my opinion.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just thinking, just on its own, considering the level of CGI they had back in 1995.
Yeah. It's impressive. It's still impressive.
For example, Jurassic Park had the Tyrannosaurus Rex and things, but that was not necessarily computer animated, and it looks really good even to this day. Yeah. However, is it the Brontosaurus? No, what's the big boy with the long neck? I think
isn't that the Brontosaurus?
I think it's the Brontosaurus. That was computer animated back in 1905, and it looks hideous. You went from Rexy, that's what the name, I'll get into the reason why. Rexy in Jurassic Park, I don't think was computer animated. And
the T-Rex?
Yeah.
I think some of it was.
I think some of it, but not a lot. And
I know, I'm pretty sure all of the close-ups are practical.
Yeah. But even now, you can look at it and go, wow, this is really good.
Yeah.
And then you have a look at the computer animated bits and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Even Mr. DNA
Yeah.
Do you remember the little short it had?
Mm-hmm.
That looks terrible now.
I've never seen Jurassic Park.
Oh my god.
I know what you're talking about because I've seen scenes of it. But I've never seen the full movie.
So we said Rocky for January, Toy Story for February.
Yes.
Documentary for March.
Yeah.
April is Connect Trilogy. May is something else.
Maybe not. Maybe no. It's my month to choose. I'm not going to choose Jurassic Park.
And then June is my month.
Maybe.
We're watching Jurassic Park.
I'll go to Portugal for that month.
So
I've never seen Jurassic Park, like the whole movie.
Yeah.
I know I've seen parts
It's
of it.
very, very good. So, the computer animation in that is pretty terrible. So when you look at the Toy Story, you're like, fucking hell, this is really good.
Some of it, yeah. Then they show you the Andy's face and like, oh, whoa, that's bad. It's like, what the... It's creepy. The first time that it shows up is honestly creepy.
Like,
it's the eyes and like his whole face is like sunken in. It's so weird.
I do agree with Andy, it's very strange. When you see Sid, it's very strange and it kind of works.
Yeah, it's a bit better because he's the villain, which I have some points about that. But also, they're very similar. Like, the models of Sid and Andy, it's basically the same dude with different hair.
So, the model, fun fact, the model for Andy was used a lot in Toy Story for all the kids featured in the movie to save production time.
That sounds about right.
So, do you know when they had the birthday party?
Yeah.
Every kid
is Andy,
but with a little bit with different clothing.
Yeah, I didn't pay as much attention to the other kids, but yeah, that sounds about right.
It was. And did you know Sid was based on Pixar employees? So
I guess
Andy Stanton and John Raft, who both work for Pixar. Joe used to take apart his toys when he was younger.
Yeah, I shaved the head of my Barbies.
You are Sid.
Yeah.
And Andrew said that the combat car scene was identical to what he did as a kid.
Yeah.
So essentially, the Pixar employees are batshit fucking crazy when there was kids. When there were kids,
playing.
I didn't go along and shave the hair of my toys, and nor did I bury them in sand, nor did I strap them to a fucking rocket.
He didn't bury them in sand. He just threw them in the sandbox and they got buried. I'm sorry. Do you not throw your toys against something at one point or another?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
Because I watched Toy Story and it made me really... All my toys are in spotless condition. Because I remember watching Toy Story and I think it freaked me out that I think that... In my head, I still think that toys will come alive.
No. But he doesn't... that's the thing. He doesn't know that. He's just playing.
But as a kid, because I watched this when I was a kid, all my toys, I've kept all of them. And they're all in boxes.
No,
and
I broke a few toys.
And I've never broke a toy.
I've shaven a lot of heads of dolls. I don't know why. I just did.
You are batshit.
I cut all of their hair off. All of it. And I've broken some toys. And I had some toys like, fuck you, toy. And throw them against the wall or something. For sure.
So, I'm going to give you a quick fun facts about this movie.
Sure.
So, do you know the Pizza Planet?
Yeah.
You do, don't you?
Pizza Planet, yeah.
Yep. Was almost called Pizza Hut. Which is a play on words of Pizza Hut, and changed the name to Pizza Planet to fit the narrative of Buzz when he runs to Pizza Planet thinking he's home.
Yeah, that sounds... Yeah.
Which... Good director choice.
Yeah, it would be weird if it wasn't.
And imagine the merchandising. The hoodie, my hoodie, I don't want it to say Pizza Hut. That sounds strange.
Pizza Hut, yeah, no, it's weird. It makes no sense.
The animators strapped wooden boards to their feet, and walked around to find out for themselves how the army men will move, and realise it's difficult as fuck.
Well, yeah, it would be, since you can't move your feet.
I could just imagine a load of Hawaiian wearing like John Lasseter is renowned for wearing the
Yeah,
Hawaii tee.
yeah,
I can
what you
see a
mean.
load of like long-haired Hawaiian wearing t-shirt, like loving animators
Yeah.
with boards strapped to their feet,
Yeah.
and seeing each other. It's amazing. I
Yeah.
love it.
Also, a detail that I really liked on the army men, they have like the little plastic bits that are not finished. I really like that detail. That was a fun detail.
It's brilliant.
No.
Director John Lasseter again brought in so do you remember the scene where Woody is trying to throw the cord over to Andy's room?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, is Buzz there?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he's right here. And it's just
He
an
waves
arm.
the arm. Yeah.
So director John Lasseter brought in a fake arm so that Tom Hanks, who voiced Woody,
Yeah.
could ad-lib with it. And Tom was so good at the scene, they just recreated it. That is so good. They're just... The directors just sit there and said, we don't know how to do this. Here's an arm.
Yeah.
And then Tom Hanks...
Also, I love that he just has a fake arm laying around. What is that?
This is Pixar. This is great.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I almost fell out of his chair just now.
I'm so giddy. I love this movie so much. Rex was designed to be a complete personality opposite to Rexy in Jurassic Park.
What? I mean, okay.
So instead of being...
It looks nothing like it, but sure.
So, at the time, Jurassic Park...
Had it come out yet? No.
Yeah.
A year before.
Yeah, a year before. And instead of having it completely... Instead of having... Well, what they did is they thought, right, they watched Jurassic Park and went, we want a dinosaur. These are really popular. And they're like, we're not going to have an eating dinosaur running around.
Scary dinosaur, yeah.
And so they was like, right, we're going to make him really like anxiety ridden. We're going to have him like really like anxious all the time. So they're like, right, we're going to do a complete opposite to Rexy. And by far, he's my favourite character. I love him to pieces. He's the best character.
I think my favourite character of this movie is Mr. Potato
Oh,
Head.
yes. Talking about Mr. Potato Head, Don Rickles, who was the voice actor of Mr. Potato Head, was the first and only person they wanted to voice him. They didn't want anyone else. They only asked him.
That's good.
And
it's good.
He's very good.
No, he says, I can't remember. It's in the beginning of the movie.
Mm.
Who does he says to? Is it Rex? When he does a Picasso joke.
Hey, look, I'm Picasso.
And then Rex, who's Picasso? And he responds, you cultured
cultured
swine. Which is I've called you uncultured swine.
It's so good.
Several times.
And so, Buzz, obviously, who's he named after?
Buzz Aldrin, the astronaut.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, he's played by Tim Allen.
Yep, he was very good. Some of the toys were inspired from real world toys that were still in production at the time.
I mean, Mr. Potato Head was an actual toy.
Yeah.
There's tons of them. Like what's that thing called? The Etch-a-Sketch?
Etch-a-Sketch, yep.
I'm guessing the binocular thing at some point.
Yep.
The RC car.
Yep.
It's Bo Peep one?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, more.
The only one that was based on a real toy that wasn't still in production at the time was Slinky Dog.
Oh.
And a lot of them, when they've essentially they started production again.
Yeah.
Because Toy Story was so big.
Smart.
But although it's based on it, when you go out and buy a Toy Story thing, if you want to go buy Slinky Dog, you don't go buy the original one.
No, you go to
buy
Disney.
the Disney.
Yeah.
And I remember that I gave Karen a Slinky Dog for Christmas. Christmas or birthday one year.
Yeah.
And it was the original one that came, not the original one, but the one that Disney recreated.
Yeah.
From like 20 odd years ago. And it is so cool because it has little wheels and everything on it and it pulls out. Oh, I like it. Disney do some sick merchandise.
Yes.
Expensive.
Yes.
Sick merchandise.
Yeah.
And lastly, Toy Story, the original name for Toy Story was going to be You Are a Toy.
That's a terrible name.
That is a fucking...
You are a toy!
You are a toy! Do you not
Jesus.
remember the scene where
No, yeah.
he turns around and says,
I do,
You are a
but,
toy?
like, that's still a terrible name for
That
a
is
movie.
a fucking terrible name. I'm glad they didn't go with it. Imagine You Are a Toyland. That sounds like something completely different.
Yeah.
So, let's get into... let's start getting into the plot.
Sure.
So, my notes are in really small writing, but
That's because you didn't do them. You just copied it.
I did, but that's because I don't... I've watched this movie so many times, I can do most of the script.
I don't believe you.
Shaun of the Dead, I can actually do the entire movie. Just by memory.
That's so ridiculous. So yeah,
So, Toy Story...
they recreate for Toy Story 4, which is weird. They recreate
Toy
the
Story
beginning.
3.
No, 4. I'm pretty sure they recreated for 4.
3.
It's 4.
No, believe me, it's 3.
No, it's 4 because we see the model of Andy, the new model of Andy, and everyone's like comparing it last year.
Yeah, which is Toy Story 3.
4.
No, it's 3.
Last year.
No.
It was last year.
Toy Story 3 has the beginning of it where the bank heist is going on.
Well, in 4 they did it again. Because I remember there were like last year, like comparisons on Twitter when the trailer came out. With like the new model for Andy.
At the beginning of Toy Story 1, there's a bank heist going on, bank robbery.
Yeah.
The bank is a cardboard box because you're a kid.
It's very imaginative.
Yeah, it's very good. And obviously the character Andy is doing all of the voices and things like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of the most popular sayings that Woody does are in the first sequence already. So you already know how it's gonna... Like, you reach for the sky and you are my favourite deputy. Kind of one of the most iconic lines in TV. In film.
If you say so.
It is. If I said you are my favourite deputy to any kid, they'd actually not nowadays because kids don't watch stuff like this.
They watch movies.
They do.
They watch kids' movies. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any more kids' movies.
they watch it whilst they're on their phone doing TikToks because they're really edgy.
Well, I watched it on my phone too. Except I don't have TikTok.
Yeah, I don't anymore. It's
garbage.
It's
anyway, go on.
Yeah. And yeah, so during the opening sequence, you hear one of the most iconic
I have a few notes about that song.
One of the most iconic film songs of all time.
Look.
You've Got a Friend in Me. Makes me cry. And I love it.
It's a good song. Except Randy Newman is a terrible singer. He sounds completely drunk. You got a friend in me.
It's fine.
You got a friend in me. No, he sounds drunk. It's terrible. His singing voice is horrible. Why won't you get somebody else? Let him write the songs. We've
literally just watched through 5 movies of Adrian.
But well, he's not singing it. He's not singing Adrian. And that's iconic.
And that's my favourite my favourite quote from
He doesn't
Rocky.
sound drunk, he just has a funny voice. Randy Newman completely ruins the song. It's terrible. His singing voice is terrible. Let him write the songs and have somebody else singing them. Surely they could find a singer that's fucking better than Randy Newman and doesn't sound like he's drunk. And I've seen somebody drunk. There's this guy, George Palma. He's a Portuguese singer and he's sung drunk on national TV. Just completely plastered. That's how he sounds.
I'm going to veto everything you're saying because my nostalgia is kicking in.
It's so bad. It's terrible.
The issue with all these movies is because I'm so nostalgic about them.
Fucking great.
I think
if it wasn't for Randy Newman singing it.
I think the problem is we're going to have
horrible.
for the next 4 weeks. I don't care what any of your oppositions are. I'm so
It's
nostalgic
horrible.
about it. I'm
It's
like,
so
I don't
bad.
care. Don't care. I love it.
It's so bad. Why would you like? Why couldn't you find anyone else?
So
Tom Hanks would have been better. Tim Allen would have been better.
So yeah, you've got a friend in me.
Which
Plays,
Andy,
which is brilliant.
Randy Newman, fucking
And
ruins it.
you have the bits where Annie's playing with Woody. Put him in the chair. Put him on the what's it called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So he puts him on. Do you know on like a pull up on a chair where the leg comes out?
Yeah.
So you have like an armchair, and then you pull a button, and the leg bit comes out.
Isn't that just? I know. Okay, I know what you mean.
But he puts him on there, and then just flings Woody across the room, and it looks really cool. And then that's where we first are introduced to his mum.
Yeah.
Who a lot of people say the reason why there's no father there.
Yeah, why is there no father? It could be just an older
we never,
Andy.
We never find out.
It would just be an Andy with a mustache.
So we never find out, but there's two ideas. There's three. One, the dad died.
Of course he did.
Two, Andy was adopted.
Possible.
And three,
I mean, he has a sister that looks nothing like him.
And three, they were saying that his mum. I don't think this is the right way, but I'm just gonna go with it because it's cool. Some say that his mum was like lesbian.
Okay.
And they adopted a child, and they broke up, and that's why there's no actual father figure.
That's terrible.
And I'm just like, I like this because
I mean,
it's a cool theory.
I mean, there's no evidence to it.
But then that's the thing, we don't find out. So yeah, we get introduced to his mother, and they say that they're moving house, but they're moving the birthday forward.
Yeah.
And they basically need to take his little baby sister Molly upstairs.
Okay.
Whose crib's in her own room.
Yeah, they share a room, right?
No. They're two separate.
Are you sure? It looks like it's the same room.
No, it's not. It's a three bed house.
Yeah.
One for the mother, one for Andy, one for Molly.
Yeah.
My question is, why the fuck is the baby in its own room and not with the mother?
It's a nursery.
I mean, wouldn't you keep it in your own room?
No.
I don't know.
Also, what is up with her hair? It's like a short, blonde, afro-looking hair that makes no sense.
And now can you
It looks nothing like the mother and nothing like Annie's.
And now can you see why the theory of her mother adopting children?
Yeah, but like, what kind of baby has hair like that? I've never seen a baby with hair like that. Not like I've seen lots of babies, but
I was thinking where you was going with that. Have you been adopting babies?
Normally babies either are bald or have like some very short, like soft hair.
Yeah, sure.
It is like what? No, it just makes no sense. Okay. Go on.
So yeah, he runs upstairs. Andy puts Molly into the crib.
He takes her out of the crib.
Yeah. So yeah, gets out of the crib, and then Andy tosses Woody onto the bed.
Which is why it makes it seem like they're in the same room, because he grabs her and then he tosses Woody, and then he grabs her like immediately. It kind of makes it seem like they're in the same room.
But then the camera holds on Woody, and this is your first time you see the toys come alive.
Yeah.
and he says to everyone, basically, come out, like, the coast is clear, it's fine.
Yeah.
And Woody calls a staff meeting because I think, because Woody is, like, Andy's favourite toy, he's taken the reins of being...
Well, he's a sheriff.
Yeah. Which fulfills his job role.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it just tells everyone to meet up together, which that's when you're first introduced to the entire gang, which is quite nice. I quite like it.
Yeah, it's okay.
And so he goes through some arbitrary bits and pieces about corrosion awareness and some other random stuff.
Yeah, and they talk about the moving buddy.
Yep. And
by the way, did you see the reference to like Disney movies? There's like the Grimm fairy tales, which is what the Disney movies are based on.
Yep. It's brilliant. Did you also see in the car when Buzz and Woody are on RC?
Yeah. Then
Molly sees in the reflection of the rearview mirror them driving along.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
What you heard was Hakuna Matata.
Oh yeah,
it was so good.
No, I did write it down.
It's brilliant.
She's I'm guessing she's watching The Lion King.
Well, not even watching. I just think,
or just listening to the soundtrack. Hakuna Matata.
We know what it is. Disney's like, right, we're not going to pay someone for copyright. Hey, you.
How about we just
Can we just use our own music?
I mean, when was Pixar bought by Disney? It was like a couple of years later.
Yeah, but I bet they're happy that they used it now because they don't have to pay anyone for fucking copyright. It's brilliant. But yeah, so they come together with a meeting. You see Rex. Then you see Woody under his breast. And by the way, birthdays moved to today.
Yeah.
And then you see the
panics.
best reaction from Rex worries about thinking he's gonna... Is there another dinosaur? It was brilliant.
Also, I have a problem with how loud they are. Because, like, okay, so they're supposed... This is a secret that toys are alive. But they keep yelling at each other. They speak very loud at each other. Like, how can nobody hear that? Or how come they're not afraid that somebody hears it?
This is a Pixar Disney movie. You just have to suspend your disbelief.
I can't. You know why in Little Mermaid the humans didn't think mermaids exist? Because they weren't going to the surface all the time and shouting at ships, "Hey, we exist. Look over here."
But you're worrying about that. And not worrying about the fucking toys that are walking and talking and moving around.
That's fine.
That's fine, but I think they're a bit loud. I don't like it.
That's fine. That's world building. They're alive. That's fine. But also they only came alive after the people leave the room. So nobody can see them being alive.
Correct.
But if they're shouting, wouldn't somebody, like, come back, open the door, and they're, like, all... shouting at each other.
No.
About moving buddies.
Because that's the thing, like, you can have small little insects and stuff that supposedly talk to each other, but you ain't going to hear them.
Except they're not insects, they're toys.
Yeah. So
when an animal makes noise, you hear it. Right.
That's because...
They're also not as small as insects.
No, but... You gotta remember, like, if this was real life...
Yes.
You could just put the microphone closer and it'll sound louder anyway. So they could be talking really quietly.
No, because the animation is not telling us that they're talking quietly. They're shouting.
It's fine.
Their body movement tells me that they're shouting.
Just brush it off, it's fine.
I can't.
And so the next bit is when you see all the kids turn up.
Yeah.
And then they're all looking throughout the window, and Rex is like, "Is there any dinosaur-shaped boxes?" And he's like,
yeah.
"There's only dinosaur-shaped ones." He's like, "They're in boxes, mate. What are you doing?"
No, he's an idiot.
And so that's when you start going into the really cool scene of the little green plastic the plastic soldiers essentially,
yeah,
scutting along, beep beep babbly boobity beep. And then they get roped down so that they can send information. I don't get I don't get why they need to know so much, but I'm just gonna forgive it just because it's a good scene. Like,
I mean,
surely
they want to know what new toys.
Yeah, but then
they're afraid of the new toys. I think they're like, you're kind of explain it later, but not really. Why are they so scared of the new toys? Surely some new toys have appeared over the years, or they just all came together once, and for like 10 years, no new toys for Andy.
So the reason why is because at the moment, they're getting played with, as you see in the first scene.
Yeah.
So they're worried that if a new amazing toy comes along, they're just going to be chucked away in a box and forgotten about.
I'm sure, but that should like happen all the time.
Yeah, but they don't want to.
They should get used to it.
So yeah, he's got send away the little toys, and then you have the baby monitor in there, which is quite cool. And so they get roped down, and then so they're all just kind of playing and doing what they want away from the screen. And so Andy's mum comes along, kills one of the plastic soldiers.
Well, he's only injured.
Yeah.
But yes, just kills one of them.
And so, yeah, you had the little scene where the soldiers like, just leave me behind.
Yeah. No man is left behind. Also, did you see the Pixar ball?
Oh yeah, it's good, isn't it? I love it. I really want one. I want to buy a little plushie one. I'm gonna buy a little plushie one to put on my bed.
Shouldn't you buy the actual ball?
But I like the plushie one.
Fine then.
And so yeah, you have that scene followed by the semi time lapse of like all the boxes being opened, and this is after Rex has gone and fucking shaking the shit out of the table because he's so anxious about not wanting to know. He's like, I'm so nervous, and he fucking shakes it, and then it's like plus is minus, minus is plus, and so they put them all back, and it's really,
it's okay.
I like it. And so that's when Andy's mum turns around and is like, but wait, there's more.
Yeah.
And it's a Buzz Lightyear, and then Woody looks all worried and stuff. Followed by all the kids. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So then followed by all the kids running upstairs, and they're all playing, and Woody then just gets kind of thrown aside.
Yeah, he like throws him away from the bed, and he's like all shocked. Like, you're a toy, sure. Also, there's a Mickey watch somewhere in that room. I saw it.
It's a clock on the wall.
Clock, yeah.
It's red. It's red with the white inner circle with the Mickey thing.
Yeah.
So he gets thrown aside. He climbs up the bed, and that's the first time you see Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
There's a bit of hostility between the two. And then you see the montage of Andy playing with Buzz and Woody, and then throughout you just see...
And then Andy Newman is singing again.
And then Andy Newman comes back with another banger with Strange Things Are Happening to Me.
Fucking damn it. Like, he's so bad. He ruins it. It's terrible.
No.
He's terrible.
I'm just gonna veto everything you're saying.
He's terrible. Horrible.
So yeah, you see the next scene. When it's a really good way to show like the affection changing.
Yeah. Because
you go from like all the Woody posters and stuff.
Yeah.
To Buzz.
Mm-hmm. And like the bed sheets change.
And then the bed sheets change, and you have that really heartbreaking scene where Woody then just looks down, and then he's like, "It's not me anymore."
Yeah. But also, Woody is a sociopath.
Stop analysing this, Rita. This is not what we're here for. We're here to be...
He is. It's crazy. Like, the way he, like, talks to us. Like, dude, you know Andy's a child, right? You know it's not like he doesn't hate you now. He's just a new toy. Everyone likes playing with the new toy for a while, and then, like, they move on to something else. That's how, like, what the fuck?
No comment.
No, like, so... We see that, and then they have a talk after that. And Woody says to Buzz, Andy is mine. No one is taking him away from me. Isn't that like what a sociopath or a psychopath would say? It is. Andy is a person, not your property, you fuck. And also, it's creepy, and it's so possessive.
It's fine.
It's not.
It's fine.
It's not.
It's teaching kids the way of the world.
Yeah, it's teaching kids that it's okay for somebody else to say that
it's fine.
About you. It's not.
It's fine.
It is not.
It's absolutely perfectly fine to be really controlling and possessive over someone.
It's terrible.
It's a perfect...
Woody should have been the villain, not Sid. The kid that just likes to play with his toys in a different way.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
He's a sociopath slash psychopath
He's
slash the real villain.
Do you know the thing is? I guarantee you nowadays, you couldn't release Toy Story nowadays. You can't be like...
You could, it would have been acknowledged that Woody is a douchebag.
Because,
he's the controlling boyfriend that all your friends tell you to get rid of.
He's essentially... Do you know what the thing is? It's like, right, here's this stereotypical dominating white male character who is completely controlling and completely mental, but we all love him because...
It's terrible.
Because, yes.
I really don't like Woody.
I love Woody.
Which is why I think I didn't like it when I was a kid. I realized right away Woody is a piece of shit.
Is that why...
I was smart.
Is that why...
I was smart.
Is that why I loved Woody when I was younger? It's like, yeah, I can be a dominating fuck and everyone can love me. It'd be brilliant. Is this finding a deeper insecurity about me? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's not the case anymore.
Also, he tries to murder Buzz shortly after that.
That's fine. It's fine.
It's not. He's like, it was an accident. I didn't mean to kill him. Only to, like, disable him. It's like, Judge, it was not. I didn't try to kill him. I just wanted him to stop walking around.
So, yeah,
I wanted to cut off his legs.
I'm
sure that would work on a judge.
So yeah, we see the montage scene, and then we see there's a really alarming noises happening from the windows. So all the toys go over and then just see Sid blowing shit up.
He's blowing up his toys, which he doesn't know they're alive, so he's just having fun with fireworks. If anything, I blame the parents. Because who gives fireworks to their 10-year-old?
Do you know the weirdest thing is you've got Sid, who's this completely fucked kid.
He's not a fucked kid. He's just a kid that likes to blow shit up and doesn't have any parental supervision. That's really the parents' fault.
But is it because...
He's trying to get their attention.
No, because you have the complete opposite, which you have his sister.
Yeah.
Who's this really nice little kid, and she's fine.
You don't know. She could be weird. She has tea parties with decapitated dolls. Just get new dolls.
Yeah, but maybe they couldn't afford new dolls. Maybe.
Well, sucks to be her, I guess.
And so she has to make the best of it. She's the, if anything, she's the best of humanity. No,
she brainwashed Buzz into thinking that he's like another person. So she's like, nah.
I think secretly Buzz loves it. I think Buzz is...
That's what he wanted to be, a princess.
Yeah, I think Buzz was made to be the wrong toy. He wants to be trans toy. He wants to become a woman. That's the ultimate goal.
Or he could just want to change professions.
He wants to be a drag toy.
Why not?
Why
not?
It's brilliant.
I mean, clearly Sid wants to be like a doctor. Because he's like, I'm going to cure this doll.
I don't know what doctor...
Or an engineer. Because he, like, builds different shit.
Or a fucked up kid, and he's playing it very well.
Sure.
So yeah, you see Strange Noises, and you see Sid blowing
We're
up
introduced to
toys.
the villain, which is not really a villain. It's just a child playing with toys.
And yeah, you see, and Bud obviously wants to help, because he doesn't realise he's a toy. He still thinks he's Space Ranger.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then you see...
He's standing by the window, and then Woody tries to murder him.
No.
Yes.
The next scene is where Andy's mum suggests Pizza Planet. I love Pizza Planet.
That was after Woody tried to murder Buzz.
And tells Andy he can bring one toy.
To be fair, they call him out on it. They're like, isn't that... What? Wait. Yeah, that's when he pushes...
Yeah.
And then
that's saying I'm not disagreeing.
The other toys like call him on it, which fair, but his excuse is, I wasn't trying to throw him off in the window. I was just trying to throw off a real tall piece of furniture.
It's fine,
guys. I want to kill him, only to.
I don't want to kill him. I just
throwing him in a cave where he can't play with Andy.
Stop breaking my childhood. We love Woody. So he's just to go to Pete's Planet and says you can bring a toy. So obviously, Andy, being Andy, tries to find Buzz. Yeah. And then takes...
and Buzz is dead in bushes.
Yep. So Andy obviously takes Woody because he's second best now.
Yeah.
Which...
so terrible. Yeah. How can you survive? If I mention I don't like Woody, he's a piece of shit. Go on.
And so yeah, Woody plans to... so the next bit is where obviously Woody's with him. And the other toys accuse Woody of basically stealing, pushing him out the window and so on.
Because he did.
And then when Andy takes Woody, gets in the car, Andy's really worried about trying to find Buzz, and his mum's like, chill the fuck out, you'll find him, you're fine.
Yeah, just take another one, you little shit.
And so when they're at the DinoCo station, the petrol station, it's such a good logo.
It is.
I like it. And so Woody just thinks to himself, how can I think that I'm not a psychopath? Maybe if I find him and return him and then say it was all a mistake.
Ma'am, sir, judge, I wasn't trying to kill him. I only pushed him out the window and then helped him when he was crippled.
It's fine. I'm not the bad guy.
I'm the good guy.
And so yeah, he sees Buzz out of the sunroof, and then Woody's first thought is, oh, I haven't killed this toy, but I've saved my skin. It's fine. The world's fine.
Yeah.
But obviously Buzz is pissed.
Of course.
He just fell out of a fucking window.
Yeah, you tried to murder me. It's like, what? No, I didn't. I only pushed you out of the window. What the fuck are you talking about?
And so...
that's the bell ring. Somebody's ringing the bell of a different flat.
So yeah, Buzz and Woody get into a bit of a scrap.
Yeah. Fall
out of the car.
Yes.
Because obviously you don't have child locks on your car for some reason.
What? Cars have child locks?
Yeah, because you can make it so you can only open it from the outside.
Can you?
Yeah. Most cars will do that.
It's 1995?
Yep, telling you.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of cars will do that to stop obviously your kid from. I'm gonna open it on the motorway and I'm dead.
I mean, I guess.
I wouldn't give Woody that idea.
I've thought of that thing that could be fun.
You're saying Woody's a psychopath?
I would only hurt myself. Like in movies, they get out of a moving car.
We're finding a lot about Rita in this episode.
I've never thought of getting out of a car
I've
while
never
moving.
thought of falling out of a fucking moving vehicle.
No, not falling, but just like, like in movies where they just open the door, step out, and everything's fine. And just roll. Turns out they roll, and then they're fine.
No.
I've never started doing that.
I've never thought of that.
I mean, I know it would end up terribly for me, but I was like, I could do that. Yeah. Like, have you never wanted to, like, walk away and then something explodes behind you and you look
Shock horror.
cool?
I've never wanted to fall. I've never wanted to roll out of a moving vehicle.
Sounds fun.
Do you know what else sounds fun? Crochet.
No,
Fucking
it doesn't.
hockey sounds more fun. Playing soccer sounds more fun
Not soccer, it's football.
than falling out of a moving fucking vehicle.
In style, yes.
Okay, so we've realised in this episode, you think Woody's a psychopath
He is.
and you want to fall out of moving vehicles.
It would look cool.
We can make this happen.
Yes, let's do it.
Can we strap a GoPro to you whilst this happens?
For sure. Do you have a GoPro? Because I don't.
What's the word?
Obscure?
Obscure.
No.
Yeah, I can obscure.
I think you mean the choir?
I can nick one, alright?
Okay.
Actually, no. The scene will go, you go and nick it, strap it to yourself, fall out of it.
And then they start driving me somewhere. Somebody starts driving me. Or I start having a car and then I get away by jumping out of the car while moving. And then I roll down the highway and then I get up and I'm fine. That's how I'm going to die. I'm going to try that stunt once.
Do
and die.
Do you know why at uni we me and like Miguel and all that end up calling our production company Flat Dog Productions?
That's why.
This is half the reason why.
Should have been Flat Rita Productions. When a car runs me over.
That just sounds like a weird like pita bread.
I mean, probably exists. Anyway.
You probably exist. I mean, I hope so. Unless I'm the one going crazy, thinking of a person falling out of a car is a good idea.
You're talking to yourself, bruh.
I mean, it's better. Well, if I'm talking to myself, this is a lot of like built up anger and a lot of what's the word? Craziness. Mm-hmm. Because
most likely, yes.
Right.
So they're fighting.
So they're fighting, and and he's like, "Where's my toys?" And then his mum's like,
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about you.
Let's go to Pizza Planet.
And let's just go get some food. What I'm surprised with, when we get to Pizza Planet...
Yeah.
What do they serve?
Isn't it pizza?
Right. What do we not see them do?
Eat pizza? I mean, we're not focusing on Andy. We're focusing...
No, but all you see them is pushing the buggy around...
I was out of it at that point then.
So you just see them push the buggy around, and then that was it.
I don't remember now.
So
again,
I'll get to it when we get to it. So yeah, we see them having a scrap. They punch each other, and then as they're having a scrap. Drives off. A truck comes along.
It was not a truck.
It was a lorry. Because it's the same lorry that we see later on as the removal person.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that comes along. Buzz is fine, and Woody nearly gets crushed.
I wish Woody was crushed. I don't like Woody. I don't like him. He's a piece of shit. He should have been blown up.
I'm gonna. If you're a part of my psyche, I've got dual personality disorder at this point. It's great.
Moving on.
So Woody stops, doesn't get crushed.
Yay.
Thankfully. And then because the plot needs to move along, there's a Pizza Planet van, 4x4 next to it. And he's driven by the worst driver in human history.
I mean, Buzz was fine because he's smart and he put on the seatbelt. But it was Woody's fault, really.
So Buzz and Woody are like, come on. No, Woody's like, get in here, you're fine. And Buzz's like, I thought about this for a second. they're seatbelts. They save your life. And Woody's like,
no.
It's like, I ride horses.
You dumbass.
It's like, I can ride horses. I'm fine.
Also, he screams the whole ride, but you don't hear it because the guy's playing music. See, it makes sense. Them shouting in the room does not make sense.
Yeah, but I'm gonna explain. So the reason why no other human can hear the toys. Mm-hmm. Do you want to know the reason?
They're all actually dead.
No, they've all got AirPods in.
Yeah, that's it for sure.
1995 AirPods, brilliant.
Yeah,
3 minutes of battery life. It's lovely. They've all got AirPods Pro with noise cancellation. It's fine. Mm-hmm. This is my headcanon.
Sure.
Is this accepted?
No.
Right. Moving on. So you see him in the back of the van again, bam, smacking everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. Yeah. Which is quite. I bet when you watch it, it's like good. Yes. Take that, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Why didn't you die?
Whereas I'm going, Woody.
Oh no. Yeah. Yes. Die, you piece of shit.
So yeah, you have Woody getting smacked around, and they reach Pizza Planet, runs over to there, and then Buzz thinks that he's going back to the fun fact. The reason why they change it from Pizza Hut to Pizza Planet is so that Woody can have this one scene where he thinks he's getting home. Yeah. So he runs over to the door. They had a really cool door. Did you see? You had the two guards with the thing. It's like, welcome. Why have they not recreated this like perfectly?
And didn't recreate in Disney World?
They have, but it doesn't. Well, they've called it Pizza Planet, but it doesn't look identical to the one in the movie. I think they miss an opportunity. Exactly. So yeah, we walk through a door. Then Woody spots the family, and this is where the scene where they're walking around near the arcade machines with the buggy. But Buzz thinks that the what's it called? You put your money in, and it has the grab claw. What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh, what's it called?
Grab claw.
The claw machine.
The claw machine, yes.
Whatever it's called. Yeah. So he goes, oh wow, I'm gonna go in there. Yeah. And then Woody's like, oh for fuck's sake, come back, you little shit. So they both climb into it, which they got in there very easily. If you was a young child, surely you could reach with
your hand. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, then you have probably one of the most iconic GIFs of all time of the aliens going, oh.
The aliens are adorable.
They are brilliant, aren't they?
They're so cute.
And so they jump in there, and they're trying. Woody thinks, right, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So he sees the little hatch, tries to open it, asks to Buzz, let's go, and Buzz is like, nah mate. Woody just tries to grab him as the claw comes down.
Yeah.
And this is where Sid grabbed one of the toys, one of the aliens wins it, and then says, alright, a Buzz Lightyear, wow.
Yeah.
Grabs him, and then he is mad as hell because for some reason it's a prize every time. Did you notice?
What?
As in, he grabbed one toy, done. Yeah. Then another one, grabs hold of it, doesn't let go even though Woody is pulling on him.
Yeah.
And then wins. Every grab claw I've ever used, it goes like this. And it just drops it.
That's a very strong grab claw.
How the fuck do they make money?
I don't know.
How many times have you tried to do one of those?
I've never tried. I'm smart.
How many times have I ever tried to win a toy?
Well, you're an idiot.
Quite a lot. Have I ever won one?
They're obviously can't. Like, come on.
So are we saying that in the world of Pizza Planet, that it's a prize every time?
Yes. Because it's a fantasy story. Really? You don't believe that's a prize every time, but you're okay with them shouting in the room and nobody hearing them?
Shh, it's fine. So, yeah, you had Buzz and Woody getting picked up, and then Sid taking them away.
Yeah.
And then Sid takes the dolls away. Then Sid takes it to the house immediately. And he had a really cool transition where the camera goes into the t-shirt with the skull on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it has that really weird fade. I like it. It's very nice.
It might have been on my phone for that one.
So
I don't remember that at all.
So do you know the t-shirt he wears with the skull?
Yeah.
The camera basically, he walked towards the camera, and then all you see is then the outline as the fade happens.
Yeah.
Between those two scenes, I was like, this was very good, very well done, John. So Sid takes him back to the house immediately.
Which is right next to Andy's house. Convenient.
You mean clever plot design?
No.
Think about it.
No.
Fine.
Also, did you get the Wizard of Oz reference? There's no place like home.
I didn't, but now you point out to me, I like it. So yeah, as soon as they get in, the alien gets pulled out, and he's really happy. He's like, "Wow, I'm getting played with," and fuck.
Well, the dog is playing with him. By the way, the dog looks terrible. It's so bad. Like the fur, it's just Play-Doh with lines. It's so bad. It really is.
But because this is a fantasy world, Rita, it's fine. Maybe
all the dogs are just terrible. That breed of dog doesn't have fur.
It has Play-Doh.
Just wrinkled
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
But yeah, so you had Scud.
Yeah.
Who starts chewing on it.
The dog is playing with him. Just saying.
Yeah, but the dog's batshit crazy.
It's a dog.
I mean,
when you give a squeaky toy to a dog, they go crazy.
No.
Yes.
Not all dogs.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So some of the dogs that I've played with, you give the toy and then they might just put it in their mouth, walk around for a bit, and
they're still chewing on it.
And then they might play around with it with his paws, and then you throw it, and then it comes back with it in its mouth, and it's all good. They don't go rah 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 and bite it.
Yes, they do.
So then you see the scene where Sid grabs Molly's toy and just runs upstairs. He's a little shit.
He is. He's a bad brother, but he's not a villain.
I mean...
Also, the note after the dog design is terrible. It's shut up, Randy Newman. That's my notes after that. Just shut up.
Why?
Because I don't like Randy Newman. He's terrible. He keeps singing everything.
I love him.
Shut up.
So, yeah, then you go upstairs. Woody and Buzz are still in Sid's backpack, and they look as Sid is...
very creative. He takes the head off the doll and then puts a head of a...
Pterodactyl
on it. It's very, very creative. Wouldn't I have done it? No.
So...
Is it fun for him? Sure.
Does
he know he's torturing toys? No. He's just having fun and creating different and new toys. He's not the villain. Just saying. Woody's the villain.
Wrong.
Yes.
Sid's parents are the villains.
Well,
for being
neglectful.
For being completely neglectful to a kid and giving them and letting them order fireworks. This isn't.
Yeah, I don't know where.
This isn't fucking 2020 where you can go onto eBay and buy yourself fireworks. This is 1995.
Yeah.
You're mail ordering shit back then.
Well, he's done it. I guess he got hold of the mom's credit card. He's a smart dude. No,
it's just his parents are completely neglectful and bad parents.
He's a smart dude.
So, yeah, then you have Hannah gets the toy given back to her, and she screams and just runs away.
She's a shitty kid. Like, come on. So what? Your doll is now broken. Do you really need to scream that hard? What?
Yes.
No.
If I was like her, if I was her age or a little bit younger, and then my brother went and took the head off one of my toys and put it with a fucking pterodactyl's head.
Fun.
We're finding a lot about Rita on this episode.
I mean,
I'm kind of scared. And you lock your door all the time.
yeah.
You are secretly the female version of Sid. This is what we're finding out.
I wouldn't mind.
And that's why you got a Pac-Man head on your table. It's
It's
because
not a Pac-Man head. It's just a Pac-Man.
and now you're gonna create some fucked up Pac-Man headed like cyborg.
Sure. I mean, I've ripped the arms of Lego Batmans to like put of
You're
Lego
not-
so I can like change the
You're not selling.
body part.
You're not selling yourself here.
They don't feel pain. You're
How do you
fine.
know? If Toy
they're
Story
not
hasn't taught you
alive.
anything, you might.
They're not alive. You're not. Just saying. I'm sorry to ruin your childhood, but they're not alive. Go on.
So, yeah. Then Woody and Buzz. So Woody gets out of the backpack and runs straight to the door and realizes it's locked. Dun dun dun. Yeah, and then you see the first introduction to the Nightmare toys.
Yeah.
They had like metal spider legs with a head on it, and it looks like wire.
That head, like the shaved doll head, I've had that head. Except it had a body and an eye. 2 eyes. But the shaved part, that was me, for sure. I've done that to doll. Yeah.
Yeesh. Right, we're moving on straight from that.
Sure.
And so yeah, you got introduced to all the characters. Buzz's instant reaction is they're all cannibals. And then meanwhile, like Andy's toys across the road, conveniently,
Very convenient.
are trying to look for Buzz.
Yeah.
And then you see, oh my god, this it's so funny when you see the little flashlight, and then Rex like, "Hey, look, they're right there!" And he goes, "Whiskers, get out of the bushes!" And you see the cat, you hear the cat noise. I was in stitches. This is why I love Rex. It's so cute. He's amazing. He's so. I don't know what it is about him. I just think that I don't know. I love him.
He's okay.
He's probably my favourite character. It's because he's so innocent, yet he's a dinosaur.
Well, he's not a psychopath like Woody, so I guess that's nice.
And yeah. So yeah, you can see after they've seen they can't find Woody and Buzz, and Andy can't find Woody, and many of his toys have run away. And the next morning, Sid goes and interrogates Woody about a rebel base and stuff. So he's playing with him as a normal kid. That's not a problem.
None of it is a problem.
And then Woody obviously doesn't do anything. So Sid then grabs Woody and then uses a magnifying glass on his fucking forehead.
Yeah, he's experimenting using science.
He's hurting Woody.
Woody, to him, is just a toy that has no nerves, so he can't feel if it's being hurt or not. It's just a toy. It's not alive.
You've seen how I look after my toys. I'm all my
Still,
collections.
I mean, I never burned my toys, but
I think if Toy Story has taught us anything, look after your fucking toys. Don't chop their heads off. Don't shave their heads.
I shave their heads all the time.
Don't strap fireworks to them.
Why not? He wants to make them fly. It's fun. I would have, if I had fireworks, I probably would have strapped some toys.
But you have good parents. You didn't give
I have great parents.
Your dad didn't turn around and said, "Hey Rita, here's some fireworks. Go strap your shaved head toy, and then just fire it off. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm a good parent. No, your parents like, let's not give something not made for kids to kids.
They just gave me a lot of toys. To be fair...
And then you went and shaved... Okay,
they gave me a lot of Legos, not toys, Legos. And to be fair, some of those Legos were not for my age. They were for older. Like when I got my Eiffel Tower, that's 16 plus. I was like 13.
That's fine. You ain't get... Your parents didn't give you fireworks.
They're not giving me age-appropriate Legos.
But saying that, I looked after my toys, and then I played GTA when I was like 7, and I turned out...
I had GTA when I was like 12.
Well, probably even before then.
Betting,
and guess what? I turned out fine. Sid...
Maybe if Sid had GTA, he wouldn't be murdering toys. He would be murdering people on the game. Because games are violent, and that's why there's violence in the world. Video games.
We've fixed it. We've fixed it. Donald Trump, if you're listening...
Just ban video games.
Ban fireworks and allow everyone to play GTA. It's the ultimate goal of Toy Story.
Sure.
John Lasseter was a very good director. He thought about this very...
Sure.
So, it wasn't The Simpsons that predicted Donald Trump. It was Toy Story.
If you say so.
Do you know one of those, like, conspiracy theories that has no basis?
Sid is Donald Trump.
There you go.
Yeah. I believe that. 100%.
It's like saying 9/11 wasn't an inside job.
It wasn't. Moving on.
So Woody... so Buzz actually compliments Woody for not, like, screaming the fuck out for being magnified to death.
I guess. Which means he doesn't feel it.
No, because as soon as Sid leaves, he screams in pain.
Yeah, he's just pretending to feel it.
And then they both...
He's a sociopath. Sociopaths pretend to have emotions. Like Woody.
Like you.
Like Woody. I'm not a sociopath. I've never been a sociopath. Actually, I don't know. I could be. I've never been diagnosed as such, but I could be. Apparently, according to a TED Talk, there's one psychopath in every 100 people? Yeah.
So, are you that 100th person?
I could be.
Right. So, Woody realises the door has been left open.
Yeah.
But before he and Buzz get out, the mutant toys block him. Like, where the fuck are you going? You're staying here. But Buzz tries to use his laser, but obviously his laser doesn't work. But he still believes he's the Space Ranger.
Yeah. How doesn't he realize that the laser doesn't work?
I don't
like,
know.
he pointed at... Didn't he point it at Woody? Yeah. He didn't do anything. Buzz is a bit dumb.
Yes, he is. And yeah, as in Buzz. So Woody presses the laser button and all that, and realizes it doesn't do anything. But he remembers that if he pushes the back of him, it does a karate chop. Which I don't know what he was trying to do, but
I mean, sure.
And then marches through the crowd of toys, but Woody drops Buzz as soon as he reaches the door and runs down the stairs. That's where the sentence, "There's no place like home, there's no place like home," which was the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's really rough reference.
Yay! And then he as soon as he gets to halfway down the stairs, he sees Scud and goes, "Fuck,
yeah,
I'm screwed." And then he's got to run back upstairs. And Buzz grabs him and like leads him down the hall, past the head of the stairs. But the ring on Woody's pull string catches on the iron railing.
Woody's so annoying, such a nuisance.
And when that gets pulled, it wakes the dog up. So we're going back to it. So the dog, because he can hear a higher frequency than humans, is the reason why Andy and all the rest of the humans can't hear him.
No, because, like, when Andy pulls the string, he can hear Woody saying the lines.
So, when so the voice box inside him is one that everyone can hear.
Yeah.
And when he speaks normally, it's such a high frequency.
No, that's bullshit.
That only the
that is bullshit.
toys can hear. That's my headcanon.
Also, because later in the movie, Woody does speak to Sid, and Sid hears him just fine.
So
when Woody is being a sociopath/psychopath.
But then Sid might not have heard him, and just saw that his toy just moved and.
No, I have seriously, I have some notes about that too.
But as the dog basically starts walking up the stairs, Buzz, being the smart one, tells him to split up.
Yeah.
Then Woody closes the door, and Buzz sees someone asleep in the recliner and notices that TV is still on. And he walks in there because he hears the advert from obviously the sale of trying to sell the Buzz Lightyear toy.
Like the toy commercial.
And then you have the scene where it wasn't as emotional as they probably wanted it to be. Of Buzz realizing that, oh, by the way, I'm a toy.
Yeah.
And he rips the piece from his armor, his suit.
Yeah.
And
he tries to fly. When's the scene in the stairs where he tries to fly and he can't?
So
is that before or after he rips off the?
I'll get to it. So Buzz. So he realized. So there's a disclaimer. It says, "Hey Buzz, you're not a flying toy, mate." But Woody keeps. Buzz begins to believe that he really is, as Woody keeps telling him, only a plaything, basically. He's completely distraught, and he spots a window open.
Yeah.
And then he thinks, the TV's telling me I'm wrong. Woody's telling me I'm wrong.
But I'm going to fly.
But I'm stubborn, so I'm going to give this a go.
Yeah.
And
I feel bad for him.
So he just goes, yeet, flies, attempts, doesn't.
He yeets himself.
He yeets himself off the iron railings. That is the meme of this whole podcast.
I feel bad.
He yeets himself.
That was the only emotional scene that worked for me. Was poor Buzz being depressed.
My only thing is, if this was the stairs, how high up was that window?
I don't know.
If you think about it, if you had your stairs going up here, and this is where this is, when you look up, that must mean that window is at least 2 meters, like 1.5 meters, 2 meters.
I guess, maybe.
So, do they get a stick and then open it?
I'm sure it's not 2 meters.
Or is their parents fucking basketball players and 7 foot and just close it?
Maybe. I don't know. I just yawned.
It's strange, isn't it?
I'm sorry that I yawned. I don't really care about Toy Story. Go on.
And so he tries to prove himself to say, fuck you guys, I'm giving this a go. And tries to begins to jump. Happy.
Sad.
Fuck.
Plummet.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Even more.
Yeah.
Yeet.
And then the little sister picks him up.
No.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Wait.
Sorry.
So...
You're going into much detail. I'm
falls onto the floor.
I don't care as much.
Then you see the arm fall off.
Oh, that's right. The arm.
And then the zooming out shot with Randy Newman's amazing...
No.
No,
shut up, Randy Newman.
I will go sailing no more. It's so emotional and I love it.
No, Randy Newman is terrible.
Then, this is where Hannah picks him up.
Yeah, that's her name. I completely forgot. Also, he falls like a meter and his arm breaks off immediately. But Woody throws him off a 2-story house. Or like a window, and he's fine.
Headcanon. He gets damaged when he fell out of the window.
Except he could move his arm fine.
But it was fine. So there's no way to headcanon this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Toy Story is not as good a movie as you think.
Yeah, but movies don't have to all make sense.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Have you watched Marvel?
Yes.
I rest my case.
In the universe, it makes sense.
The universe doesn't make any
logic.
fucking sense. It uses no fucking sense.
What do you mean? Give me an example, and I'll explain it right away.
Like, Iron Man.
Yeah. What about it?
Can you go and build a suit like that?
I can, but in the universe logic, Tony Stark is a freaking genius. And he can build it. And he did. In the universe, in the movie, it makes sense.
In the Toy Story universe,
it doesn't make sense.
He fell on the front and didn't break, but he then fell on his side and the arm came off.
No, then why isn't the wing broken?
Because the wing is retractable, so as he hit, the wing went straight back in, landed on his arm and dislocated.
But wouldn't then the wing break the fall even if it goes in?
Maybe he's just a very fragile toy.
Then why didn't he break in the first fall?
Because he fell on his front, for example.
Why didn't the front break?
Because it was made in China and that...
Everything's made in China. You're not winning this argument. It makes no sense.
Do you know what else is made in China?
Everything?
Face mask to protect you from coronavirus.
Yeah, we're all dying. There's there's 2 cases in Milton Keynes, which isn't far away from here.
So the masks that protect you from coronavirus come from a place where coronavirus was made and came from.
Well, I wouldn't say it was made in China. It's just the first cases appeared in China.
But then you're buying a protection from a place that has it.
Well, that's because they're sterilized. The masks, isn't that? They're sterilized and they're put... I don't know how those work. Anyway. What happens next?
So literally everything we're buying in this entire world come from Corona place?
More or less, yes.
So are you saying that we're all probably fucked?
I would say yes.
So let's all just sit there, let's all sit in our own rooms, playing World of Warcraft, watching Toy Story, and crying ourselves to sleep.
Also, yeah.
And then Reese's like, I'll do
2
out of 3 of those.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not gonna...
Actually, I do 1. I don't play Warcraft or watch Toy Story. I just cry myself to sleep. And go on. What happens next after?
I mean, you could pick 2 out of those. You could pick 2 out of those 3. You do watch Toy Story, and you cry yourself to sleep because you watch Toy Story.
Okay. Yesterday, yes. That applies for yesterday. There you go.
My logic is impeccable.
No.
You should play Warcraft and spend £10 a month.
So Anna picks up Buzz.
Yep.
But not the arm.
No, I think she does.
No, isn't. Oh, what the fuck? Woody's. Isn't Woody that grabs the arm?
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, what happened to that arm? Either.
Nobody cares. That's what happens.
So, the only thing I could think is...
Because she takes him, and then next thing we see Buzz, he's having a tea party and completely drunk.
Not drunk.
He's drunk.
He's just given up.
He's drunk.
Drunk on tea.
Just like Randy Newman.
Yeah,
I mean, those
but
parents...
Randy Newman is a clever drunk.
Yeah, those parents, don't, watch their kids at all, so it's probably... Could be alcohol.
Fucking... Yeah. And is that why she's so chill? Because she's pissed out of her head?
At all times. Yeah, sure.
So Woody imitates Hannah's mum's voice to lure Hannah away.
Not sure how, but okay. How would that work?
I'm just going to excuse all the inconsistencies in this movie.
That one's fine.
So yeah, he lures him away, and then Buzz is like drunk, broken, emotionally distraught,
just depressed,
suffering depression.
Yeah.
So they try to get him out, and he basically said, "Oh, I'm a failure. I can't fly. I can't do this." Even though he just watched an advert that said, "By the way, you can't fly," and he's like, "Oh no, I can't fly." I'm like, "Yeah."
Reality hit him really hard.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like the coronavirus is going to hit us very soon,
and we're going to die.
He realizes he can't fly out the room, blah blah blah, and gives and when he comes out of the room, Woody has an idea and opens a window in Sid's room, calling out to Andy where Ham is and Mr. Potato Head and so on.
Yeah.
It's funny, Mr. Potato Head is playing Battleships. It was really cool. I liked it.
I mean, it was okay. I wouldn't say it's really cool.
No, I'm just thinking in my head how funny it would be if they played like Monopoly. And all the little Monopoly pieces are all actual toys. And so when they're playing, they roll like the dice.
Yeah.
And then the pieces like...
walk themselves. Why didn't they do that?
That is brilliant. What a good idea. I'm a genius.
Yeah, you should pitch that to them.
Pixar, employ me.
Put the next Toy Story movie.
Yeah.
Coming to you in 10 years.
Coming to you whenever we can come up with more.
Whenever we need more money.
Isn't that Disney in like a nutshell?
Don't Disney. I love Disney.
Lion King remake. Aladdin
it's fucking
remake.
garbage.
And they're like, right, we want to build this new thing at Disney World. So what we do? Let's take this thing that we made 20 odd years ago.
Made it again.
Make it again.
Make it terrible.
And all of us...
sell it to a bunch of gullible people. Like yours truly. Me. I went to see it.
I went and saw it.
I mean, they got me. I thought I was terrible. I hated it.
I didn't mind Aladdin.
Aladdin was okay.
And...
I mean, it wasn't great.
Will Smith was a lot better than I imagined.
He was alright.
And the songs were quite good.
I mean,
they weren't going to beat the original, but anyway,
the same songs.
Yeah, they weren't going to beat the original in any way, shape, or form.
And then she has like this. Is it speechless one that makes no sense because like time just stops for some reason? Like no. And then people disappear.
It looked really nice, as in shot really well.
Yeah, but it made no sense.
Yeah, I know.
Is she hallucinating? Does she have magic and told no one? It was people messing with her?
As something to go and watch in a cinema. It was just really nice and chill.
Hallucinating.
So, yeah.
And then we have Lion King, where one of the scenes you're just watching a piece of shit, literally. So.
That's the thing, technically, Lion King was good.
The CGI is amazing, but it doesn't do anything. Like, they have no facial expressions.
That's why you watch... the original
lions.
Toy Story has a good story, and visually it's okay, but you brush it off because it's okay to watch, whereas the Lion King remake is like...
I mean, they look like lions, but it also can't make any facial expressions, because lions can't.
It's... What's the word where it's so realistic, it's... unrealistic.
Uncanny Valley?
Yes. It's kind of like that. They've got to a point where the animation is so good now that you don't think that it's real, but you know.
I mean, I don't know. It just looked terrible.
It looked terrible.
Anyway.
Well, actually, no. It looked good on pictures, but.
But like when they're fighting, at the end, Scar and Simba, you can't tell them apart.
No, it's terrible. So, if you took that whole movie and split it up into like a picture book, it'd be great.
It's a National Geographic documentary.
It'd be great. As one of the best.
As a story.
As one of the best movies. Yeah. As one of the best animated movies of all time. taken into live action, did it work?
Updated.
I hate that word updated. It just basically means we're going to rinse you for more money because you're all gullible twats and you're going to buy it anyway.
Yeah, and then we do it anyway. Isn't that basically it? I mean, come on. It's basically it.
Stop giving me a reality check, Rita.
It's true. I went to see Cinderella when it came out. I saw Maleficent, both of them. I saw Beauty and the Beast twice. I don't know why. I mean, like, I thought it was good. It's not. I saw Dumbo. I saw The Lion King. I saw Aladdin. I'm going to see Mulan. I mean, I'm one of those gullible idiots.
You're not, because you're paying for your Cineworld Unlimited card anyway.
Well,
so.
yeah, but they, like, me buying the ticket still get them shit, doesn't it? I don't know how the Cineworld thing works. Well, there were people there, so I wasn't the only gullible idiot.
No, because you were going to buy the Cineworld Unlimited card if that movie came out or not. So you went and watched it no matter what. So if anything, you're the least gullible idiot. Like, I'm the gullible idiot because I went and bought the fucking tickets.
They still count for, like, tickets sold.
Yeah, because I'm the one who went and fucking bought them to watch pretty much all of them.
That's because you don't have an unlimited card.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
No, because I only watch movies that I want to watch when they come out. But Karen's like, I've got an unlimited card. We should go watch Thing. And I'm like,
I like watching movies that I mean, if I didn't have the unlimited card, I wouldn't have watched Parasite. One, because it wasn't unlimited credit.
Would you have
it hadn't come out yet. Also, because I probably wouldn't see it because I'm stupid.
The question is, would you have gone and watched The Lion King if you had to go and pay for it?
To be fair, no.
Would you have gone and watched Aladdin?
Maybe, because I went to see with Chloe and Toby.
And that's probably the best out of the remakes. And the new Mulan looks terrible.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Because they got rid of one of the most iconic characters. The dragon.
What dragon?
I'll show you later.
The dragon from what?
Mulan.
Oh, you just said Mushu. Moving on.
Was that... That sounded like gunfire. Welcome to Luton.
That doesn't sound like gunfire. I think it's just a car backfiring. Anyway. Or gunfire. It could be gunfire. So
it's one of those twats who go around in their like Vauxhall Corsas with a really weird exhaust that goes pop 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 pop.
Right. So we're by the window.
So we're by the window
trying to be rescued.
And all the other toys are like...
They're like... also the other toy is like, I get it. He's a mass murderer. Like, Woody is a murderer. Fine. But also, isn't he technically still your friend? Why don't you, like, put him in jail after you rescue him from what you guys think is torture? Maybe. Just maybe.
My question is, okay, if I take that on your basis, so does that mean we'll have to, like... Here is, That sound like gunfire.
Yeah.
Take that guy who's just shooting people.
Yes.
Would you go and rescue him, or would you say fuck off?
I wouldn't rescue him, but also, if you shoot somebody, if the police shoots a guy to take him down, to stop him from hurting more people, they still have to take that guy to the hospital afterwards.
The murderer or the guy that's being shot?
They have to take everyone to the hospital. Everyone that has, like, fatal wounds, they have to take them to the hospital.
No, you just make sure the guy that's been doing all the shots gets another couple of shots in them so he doesn't survive. That'd be perfect.
No, that's not how the world works.
I mean, if you kill someone, you should be killed yourself, personally.
I don't agree with that. We're not in medieval ages.
An eye for an eye, an eye for an eye.
No, no, that's just so wrong.
An eye for an eye. If you go kill someone,
you're an atheist.
If you go and kill someone, why should you survive?
What if that person was my abuser? See?
Well, no.
Look.
Criminal.
What is it called? Not justice. The criminal.
Okay, if you say medieval times, then you're. If we go back to then you're going to have.
I would have been burned at the stake because I'm a witch.
Yes.
There we go.
No, but if you went back to that time, then they weren't going around like decapitating people, and they weren't like hanging people.
Except yes.
No. They weren't doing it just on a fly. If you went and killed someone, the more than likely they're going to ask you why and if there's a reason.
I highly doubt that.
No.
Especially if you're a woman. I highly doubt that. I think you're overestimating the morality of medieval times.
No, well,
where people just threw their shit out the window because there was no plumbing. I'm just saying.
Screwfix wasn't invented yet. They couldn't funnel their shit away.
It's the truth.
So, so he calls over to the other side. And
their friend's like, fuck off.
No,
and then, like, he's such an idiot. Instead of telling the truth that, like, Buzz is depressed because he fell and lost an arm, he just pretends that, like, he's waving the arm. And then when they find out that the arm is, like, not Buzz, it's completely separated from Buzz, it just makes it look even worse.
Yep.
Woody is an idiot and a psychopath. And I hate him.
So...
And I never want to see him again.
Don't worry, you can see him 3 more times. For a total of about 6 hours worth of footage. So you have this scene where, obviously it was recreated from Tom Hanks. Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, but also...
completely weird.
Weird. It's just
Imagine if this was a human.
You're waving the amputated arm of your friend that you tried to murder earlier.
Do you know what it's like? If there's two scenarios. Imagine if you went and like had an accident and you lost your arm, and your friend, while trying to get help, just waves it at people. It's like, ambulance, help!
Somebody call help! And it's just like people like at him. Like
the only way that's
not getting near you.
The only way that's funny is if your mate has like like a wooden leg or something, or like a prosthetic.
If you're waving the prosthetic, it's still fucked up.
It's still fucked up, but
like
depending who they are,
funny, yes.
If they're up for a bit of banter, then that's funny. But if you're waving a chopped off hand, a chopped off arm,
while your friend's like being depressed and like questioning his life, you're a douche. You're a douchebag.
No, you're a psychopath.
You're a dick.
And crazy and Rita.
Woody is a psychopath.
So then you have Woody trying to wave the arm and so on, and then when they realise it's all a charade,
they're like, fuck you, and then throw the lights away. Which I would have, I mean...
Do you know those lights?
Again, his friend is going to be tortured. Even if he's a dick, I don't think torture is right in any way. But,
So, do you know those lights?
Yeah.
Those exact lights are...
from your Christmas jumper. On your Christmas jumper.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they are, but those Christmas lights at the Disney World Toy Story Land, they actually use those lights between the different characters on the park as the actual lights of the of the land. And you've got even like the plug at the end is the same one from the Toy Story. That is cool. Brilliant.
That's cool.
We all can give Disney one thing. They can build the best amusement park, theme park in the entire world. No one can beat Disney.
Sure. So Sid comes back.
Can we go Disney?
No. With a package. Which is a fireworks. Which again, I don't know how he got
it. It wasn't a fireworks, a fucking rocket.
It's fireworks.
I know, but it's a rocket.
I don't know how he got them. Like, seriously. Mom, Dad, like, come on.
Well, you gotta remember
supervise your kid.
This is back in the 90s. You can just bring up like the mail order catalogue and it says, what do you want? I want a number.
You need a credit card for those.
No.
How do you pay?
What you used to be able to do is there used to be like a little form that you'd fill out what you wanted.
Oh, you put the money in.
And then once you filled your form out, you put your money in, send it away.
Again, where would he get that money? I mean, I'm guessing fireworks, especially like that big, can be cheap.
You go and what you do is you go and steal
your
sister's pocket money.
Yeah.
And then you go steal some money from your parents, put in a thing, and
sure.
Bam.
I mean, I'm guessing that's what happened.
And so his first thought was to put Woody on it, But Woody is hiding.
That's
So that Buzz can be the one that gets the shit.
Yeah, gets attached.
So Sid thinks, you know what? I want my real life like spaceman into orbit. Be brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, he's granting.
So he gets some electrical tape.
Buzz. He's isn't that Buzz's dream? Isn't go back home to space? So Sid is a good guy, sticking him back to space.
So he sellotapes him electrical tapes him, and then.
How do you know that's electrical tape?
Because
it's just duct tape.
No, that type of width and that type of texture is electrical tape.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm sorry. I know what duct tape, electrical sellotape.
Fuck off.
Frog tape.
Fuck off.
Loads of tape.
Fuck off.
My entire car's held together with electrical tape.
I believe that.
And then then obviously, plot point.
Yeah.
It has to rain. Just at the right
to give them more time to plan an escape route.
Exactly.
And Sid goes to sleep. Also, he sleeps in his jeans.
I thought about this.
What the fuck?
He's a complete mental.
No, what kind of mom lets his kid sleep in jeans? My mom was like, no, go change the pajamas. And I've tried it, to sleep in jeans. I was being an annoying kid. And she's like, no, go put on your pajamas. Like, it's weird. Sleeping in jeans is weird. It's not comfortable.
I think everyone in their entire life has slept in jeans once.
It's not comfortable.
And realises especially
I'm an idiot. It's just like, it's not worth it to go change. And then, no, it's terrible.
Especially as a man, I tend to wear more skinny jeans.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable at all.
That's because your legs are like sticks.
Yeah,
that's
true.
annoying.
And most women's jeans are super tight.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that they aren't the most comfortable thing in the world.
Jeans are uncomfortable.
And imagine sleeping with them.
Yeah, just uncomfortable.
But to be fair, this is Sid. He probably doesn't have emotions.
Sid is a normal kid, just has weird tastes.
So, then you see across the road, Andy's in bed, and his mum comes in, and he's really sad because
he lost his toys.
He lost his toys. So Andy just reassures him, by the way, chill the fuck out, he'll be back tomorrow. Then that night, Woody then basically says, you're not a space ranger.
Yeah.
Woody, to Buzz. And essentially have seen the really amazing scene where it's like,
yeah,
you've got to, you're going to be Andy's toy. That's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, being somebody's property, it's so good. Just ask people slavery.
And so Buzz...
oh my god, that's so bad.
Nice. Rita!
I mean, come on. It's weird, he's telling somebody, being somebody's property. It's amazing. Isn't that good? Then you want to be somebody else's property? Right?
I'm gonna clip this.
Go on.
This is getting clips.
Please don't. It is, dude. He's saying, though.
Hey, do you want to employ this person? Slavery's good, right?
He's not. He's not employing. He bought a living creature, and it's now his property. He branded him. Come on,
Rita. I've never thought of it this way.
I mean, it is what it is.
You're right.
I am. I mean, I'm sure they
Are we saying that the whole premise of Toy Story is modern day slavery?
I mean, more or less. Again, Andy doesn't know their lives, so he doesn't intend to have slaves.
So are we also...
They're being sold.
This sounds like some Victorian thoughts of, although they're African, they have no feelings, it's fine, just let them work.
Yeah.
They're different to us.
And then when he doesn't want them anymore, he just gives them to somebody else, and you just have to take it. That's what happens at the end of Toy Story 3. He just gives them to another people, to the little girl, and the little girl just buys them, and they become her property, and they have no say in it.
As a white male, I have to tread very carefully on this topic.
Please do.
So I'm just gonna say slavery is bad. Don't do it. Mm-hmm. Bad point in history. Toy Story is based on slavery. Thank you, Rita, for ruining my fucking childhood.
You're welcome. Yay.
I'm completely ignoring that, by the way.
Sure.
I'm completely ignoring that.
Let's go on.
This is just a beautiful movie.
Mm-hmm. Where people tell you they're being other people's property. It's amazing. You love it.
So, then they come up with a plan to escape, but Sid wakes up and takes Buzz straight out the door.
Yeah.
And then you see Sid with Buzz strapped there, putting the launch pad put together.
Yeah.
No, this kid's very smart. How the fuck is he?
He's a genius. He's going to become a very successful engineer or scientist or astronaut.
So Woody pleads basically to all the mutant toys to kind of go and rescue Buzz, and then you have the really cool scene of all the toys working together.
Yeah. To
try and escape.
To give back Buzz to his slaver.
Shut up! Rita, stop!
I'll stop. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So then you have the scene where they escape. And as soon as when this happens, a lot of the other toys then go out the cat flap as well, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
Then
they proceed to traumatize a child.
So the launch pad looks very strange, and you've got the Buzz is like sat there, ready to be basically fired off.
Back into space where he wants to be.
And then Woody just kind of walks over to there.
Yeah.
And then just as soon as he knows he's going to get spotted, goes back to being a toy and just stops.
Yeah.
And then he grabs Sid grabs hold of him, puts him on the fucking barbecue.
Yeah.
But
there's construction going around here. Sorry about that.
So
he puts a match.
Yeah.
In his gun holder.
That's like, what is it? It's a Deus Ex Machina. So yeah, because they're leaving it in there.
Yeah.
So later on, the plot can develop.
Yeah, I have also known about that.
So yeah, it just gets left there with one single match.
It's all he needs to burn the toy.
Which, if anyone's actually tried to make a barbecue work.
Yeah.
One match does fuck all.
Maybe that's because you're not doing it right.
Rita, I'm doing it perfectly. Use a blowtorch.
You're not. Why? A blowtorch?
Yeah, we use a blowtorch.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is it to light a barbecue?
I mean, this is the UK. We want barbecues when it's like pouring down with rain, so we've got to light it somehow.
That's because you're idiots.
We're not idiots. We're smart.
No.
British people are smart. Brexit.
Not really. Brexit.
So yeah, he's on the barbecue, and before Sid lights the match. Woody's normal voice box inside starts doing all the normal recordings that you would normally say.
Yeah. Which
Sid just throws him away because he's broken, and then you think to yourself, mate, that's all you do. You break your toys. You should be happy.
Yeah. He doesn't want Woody being annoying, talking all the time. So he throws him away. Maybe he's going to fix him later.
And then this is where, although his lips aren't moving, his face isn't doing anything. He's responding to Sid.
Yeah.
And
again, he proceeds to traumatize the child.
Yep.
Which probably will have to spend the rest of their life in the therapist. And maybe in a mental hospital for some time.
So yeah, all the toys start coming out of the sandbox and everything.
Yeah, they come to life.
And then they completely...
to scare a child.
Yeah. And did you realise that Woody...
is a psychopath? Yes, I did.
And not only that, is he spins his head around like the fucking Exorcist.
Because he's a psychopath and wants to traumatize a child. Again, one child.
So then Sid is terrified.
Traumatized for life. Will have...
they're going to have emotional distress throughout their entire life.
Yeah, he'll need a therapist. A lot of therapy, and that's not cheap. So he's ruining this kid's life. And good for you, Woody. You're
it's fine. They're in America.
He's the hero.
The
healthcare
out there is brilliant out there. You get to
He
gets to spend so much money for something that he has.
Woody, he's ruining a 10-year-old's life. Good for him.
Gotta love Woody. So he throws Woody up in the air, runs up, says, Hannah, this is the best bit. Hannah then just scares the living shit out of Sid by showing him the toy. And you know she's the happiest girl in the world. And this is where all the toys are outside, cheering, loving it. They're just like, yes, we just ruined a child. It's brilliant. Good work, guys. And then they realise, oh shit, we're doing this so we can join Andy.
Yeah, so we need to go.
And then...
It was just abandoned all of the other toys.
So Woody sprints for the minivan, gets in, realises Buzz is behind, and then you have the scene... Woody isn't a terrible guy. He didn't leave Buzz behind.
He's just a psychopath.
Shh, it's fine.
So what do you mean I'm going to jail for trying to murder this person? I helped her later on, after I tried to murder her several times.
It's fine.
Because I helped her for a tiny bit. I'm a good person.
So he runs back, gets him out of the fence.
Yeah.
Starts running after the minivan.
The car, yeah. Did you recognize the reference in the license plate?
Yep, A113.
Yeah.
What's the reference?
Okay, I know it shows up in all of the movies. And it's...
And in Doctor Who.
Yeah. Isn't there where, a lot of animators went to school and, had lectures there? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's such a pop culture reference that...
It shows up a lot.
Even down to, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
There was a train in Flatline that is on the tracks going at full pelt, and it has the sign A113 at the top of it. It's amazing.
Shows up a lot everywhere, not just Disney movies, everywhere.
So they managed to get hold of the truck.
Yeah.
Woody grabs RC.
Yeah.
And all the
if you only explain what was happening instead of trying to be a fucking weirdo again. Because then he grabs the RC, throws him off the truck without explaining, and then grabs the control and, drives him away. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Because of course they are.
Yeah, because he's not only throwing him out the window, he's now throwing other toys out.
Second attempted murder.
So... Buzz then jumps on the RC.
Yeah.
Pelts it down.
Yeah. And then, fair enough, he tries to explain, but only if he explained before he threw another toy out of a truck.
And then they all pick up Woody
and throw him off the truck, which he deserves it.
And then then the traffic light stops, and then they manage to almost catch up to it.
Almost.
But they obviously didn't. And then this is where you see Scud run after them, and all the cars crash into each other because of it.
And they grab on to
little pull string.
Slinky.
Yeah, they did the pull string so he can get in there, and then they're holding on to Slinky to try and get back into her.
Yeah, and they again ruined that poor Toy's life because he's never going to be the same.
Oh no, he is.
He's broken for life.
No, he's...
No, realistically, he's broken for life. That's it.
Nope.
That's it. He's broken.
In Toy Story 2, he's back to normal.
That's it. That's a difference, Slinky Toy.
Nope, they're not.
For sure.
Same
no, he's completely dead.
So, they try to get hold of... they tried to get back into the truck.
Mm-hmm.
They put the ramp down. He almost makes it, but the batteries are dying.
Yeah.
So it must be any Apple device. Made by Apple. RC made by Apple.
I mean, Pixar was bought by Steve Jobs. He didn't buy it.
He didn't. No, he helped fund it.
Yeah.
So, see?
Yeah, it all comes together.
So yeah, this is where you see. This is where the Hakuna Matata song comes in.
I saw it. It's here. Hakuna Matata.
And then that's where you can't. They didn't catch up. The Apple battery dies.
Yeah.
They obviously couldn't find a charger because you never find.
Also, why would they charge it?
Yeah.
In the middle of the road. It's probably batteries, not charging.
And so what they do is they go, right, do you remember the Deus Ex Machina matchup we've got?
The rocket that's still attached to Buzz. Yeah.
And then they try to light it, and then the only car in that entire scene goes by at the right time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then he uses the magnification of the clear plastic.
Which I'm not sure how that would work.
It's fine.
Also, I'm sure that wouldn't work.
It's fine, it works. And then this is where he goes, bam.
Yeah.
Pelts up full speed, picks up flying, and then you had the really amazing scene where they go over the truck and Buzz like, the fuck? You missed a big entrance.
Yeah.
He's like, we're not going. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh, you haven't watched Back to the Future, have you?
No.
Oh my god. That's going to be another month.
Sure.
So yeah, they fly into... They've got the sunroof open again. Do they just leave this thing open 24/7?
I'm guessing it's California.
Well, I'm sure...
Where it's sunny at all times except when it pours down. Which I'm guessing that car was like soaking wet.
And
into the seats.
How is it not stolen?
I don't know.
So yeah, it falls into that, and
do you know what that means?
What's that?
Sid is the hero. Without that stupid rocket, they wouldn't have been able to catch up, and they would be lost. So Sid is the hero.
No.
Yes.
Because if Sid wasn't at the in the claw machine,
yeah,
then they could have
probably not
escaped.
Probably not.
Then just went straight to Andy.
There was no guarantee they would have found Andy. There was no guarantee
that the rocket was going to come off and wasn't going to explode in 10,000 pieces.
Still, Sid put that rocket there. He's the hero.
Nope, wrong.
Yes,
nope.
Without Sid, they wouldn't be able to do it.
And so they went straight into the box next to Andy.
Yeah. Also, this podcast is 2 hours. How is that possible?
And then you get to Christmas Eve.
This podcast is longer than the movie.
Yeah, that's fine. And you get to Christmas Eve where the new house is all in. And that's where you have the same kind of scene with the baby monitor.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Potato Head gets a Mrs. Potato Head. It is so cool.
Aww, cute.
And yeah, so then you see have Rex's hopes that he's going to get a dinosaur friend.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. Not until later.
So sad.
Yeah, so after all this, they all kind of make up and it's all great and they have a little kiss and end of movie.
Yeah. And then Andy Newman starts singing again. And it's shit.
Then you've got a friend in me.
Yeah. I noticed it was somebody else singing.
And then someone else is singing it as well.
Yeah, if only somebody else was the only one singing it, not Andy. Not Andy. Not Randy fucking Newman, who's terrible.
And then that's the end of the movie.
Yeah. We managed to make it longer than the movie.
So, to wrap it up, brilliant movie.
No.
Loved it.
10
out of 10 from me. I don't care.
I would give it a 6.
Just straight 10.
6.
All these movies are going to get 10 out of 10 from me, apart from 4.
6 out of 10.
So, Toy Story 2 is going to get 11 out of 10 for me.
Sure.
Already. Mm-hmm. I don't care.
Okay. Can't wait to find stupid shit about it though. I'm not
even going to give you any... There's one scene in the next Toy Story with Jessie, which I physically cannot watch anymore.
Because you cry.
Because so
you need to watch it while we're doing podcasts so we can cry.
I genuinely, I get so emotional with that scene. I cry and I'm then in an emotional state for the entire day. So I'll have to watch it a few days beforehand.
Sure.
That
was Toy Story.
That's brilliant.
It's an okay movie. And Woody's a psychopath. See you next week.
I'm just going to ignore that. So yeah, brilliant movie. Watch Toy Story 2 to catch up for next week.
Bye-bye.
Which, funny enough, will actually be shorter watching the movie than the podcast we make about the movie.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.